Yo, it's your boy Adolph Johns, Indigo Child artist, here with my man WIze, aka Mark Wisdom. I was shot back in 1992, May 28th in Southwest Philadelphia, and it inspired me to start a career in what is called hip-hop music. How it went down, that's another story, but I fueled what happened to me and made it work for me, and I use hip-hop music as my own form of expression to let the world know what's inside of my head, where I'm coming from and how I feel, and most important of all, I got a story to tell. And my story to tell is that I'm not gonna let my getting shot, being in a wheelchair, get me down. And I also believe in a higher power, so I just try to recapture, my greatness, and I had to reinvent myself, and I made it work for me. And when I'm doing my music, it's like actually being in another world or another planet. And what I mean by that is that I often escape reality through music. And when I escape reality, I go in like a real melodic state, and it allows me to reach the masses. So I resurfaced back in New York, 1997. Did a little bit on Roosevelt Island. I don't mean a bit in jail, you know what I mean? But I was staying in a long-term care facility, had to get my health issues together. And 2001, moved to Flushing, Queens, and in approximately about 2-3 years, I hooked up with WIze and got down with Indigo Child Records. And the funny thing about Indigo Child Records, I had a homie who's label mate, Morenito. What up, Morenito? Stay up. It's your boy Adolph, you know what I mean? But Morenito, this dude was just like Indigo Child or die. And it was like, just being around him was like inspirational. So he was the actual cat that, plugged me into WIze. And once I went WIze, it was really like on and popping from there. And the thing that was great was that him and I actually like minds. We kind of like think the same, and we formed like a hell of a partnership. And from the very first time when we went up in the studio, it was like magic. And matter of fact, the very first time we went up in the studio, we did Can't Walk in My Shoes. And I was impressed with the quality of the track, the music, and I was telling them about my musical philosophy, how I'm not really the sampling type, because I hear things in my head, so I like to put down what I hear in my head. So collaborating with him, it was like a real dope joint venture, and we were able to put it down. And when we listen back and going in the process of going through the mix downs, I was just blown away and amazed with like dude's mix down ability. The dude like mixed the track down in like less than 10 minutes. That was just like incredible. And I ain't talking about no rush job. I'm talking about like professionalism, like on point, and he was into the track. So from there we came together and we decided that let's do the Left for Dead project, and we got the Left for Dead project done back in 2008. And I had a couple of shortcomings or whatever, due to my health or whatever. So due to being in a year stint in a hospital, it kind of shut the Left for Dead project down because we weren't able to push it. So now, I'm back at it again, 2010, still with WIze and, representing Indigo Child's record. And be sure to look out for the next project, Can't Walk in My Shoes. Word.